Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Make It Monday. I'm Mary from Crafty Mimo's Place, and today we are going to do another project using the Thoughtful Blooms stamp set and the Small Bloom Punch from the Celebration catalog. These can only be earned by buying products, by placing an order with Stampin' Up, and then you get, for every $50 that you spend, you get a free product from the Celebration catalog. The Thoughtful Blooms stamp set, photopolymer with 17 different images, is $50 purchase. You get it for free. The Small Blooms Punch is a $100 purchase. You get it for free. If you're interested in earning these products, please contact me and I will help you get them for free. Today we're going to make this beautiful little 3x3 note card box. It's a perfect little gift to give to someone for their birthday or a special event. And I'm going to tell you what you need to make it. I'll be right back. Here's what you're going to need to make this project. You will need a piece of cardstock. I'm going to use Grapefruit Grove. I like the color. It's one of the in colors for 2018 to 2020. So in June of this year, these colors will all go away and new colors will come out. So if you're interested, you might want to purchase them now before they're no longer available. Anyway, this piece of cardstock is 8.5 by 11. I've cut it at 9.5 by 3.5. Now on the 3.5 inch side, which would be this one right here, you want to score it at 2 1/2 inches. Okay, and then you'll turn it, and on the 9.5 inch side, you want to score it at 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 7 1/2, and 8 1/2, and that will form your box. Then you will need a piece of beautiful linen ribbon. This is our flax ribbon from the new catalog. It's really a nice ribbon, and you can fray the ends if you like that. You will need some DSP. I'm going to use DSP from the In Color DSP pack. We have DSP packs that are 6x6 papers, and these are available in almost every color group that we have. The brights, the subtles, the In Colors. These are the 2018-2020 In Colors. They have the 2019-2021 In Colors. Anyway, you get 40 sheets of paper in the pack, 6x6, and they're all the colors for that group. This has blueberry bushel, grapefruit, lovely lipstick, clover, call me Clover, and the lemony colored one that I forget what the name of it is right now. Anyway, I used one sheet of it and cut it into several different pieces. To fit the box, I have it cut at 3.5 by 2.5, and you need 2 of those. So somewhere in here there should be another one like that. And there should be. Okay, I had that wrong. There's 2 pieces, and they're cut 3 inches by 2 1/4 inches. 2 of those, and you can use either side of the paper. They're double-sided. And then you need 2 small pieces cut at 3/4 by 2 1/4. That's for the box. Okay, and then for the cards, you're going to need 3 pieces of Whisper White And these are cut at 6 inches by 3 inches, scored at 3 inches. That will give you your 3 by 3 cards. Then for the cards, you will also need 3 sheets of cardstock cut at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So 3 of those. And then these are cut, 3 of these, and they're cut at 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And this will make your box and your cards. Now to make that's what this piece of paper was for your flowers for the front of your cards. It's just a scrap piece of paper. So now we'll start to put it together. We're going to start with folding on the score lines. A bone folder works really nice if you want your score lines to be nice and crisp. You don't want to fold too ambitiously, or you can fold a hole right in your paper. So you just want to make sure you got them scored nice so that you can get them together. This will fold inside to form your box. It's just a little square box. So now we'll fold the bottom fold. Get out my folder. And I'm going to fold that with my folder. Make it nice and so it folds good. Nice crisp folds. And I think before we glue it all together, we'll probably put the paper on it. But first we're going to cut. And these are really nice little shears that Stampin' Up! Makes. I will put the number in there for you. They cut really well. You only want to cut to the fold line, the bottom fold line. Now this one here at the very back end is going to come off completely because you don't need it. Just take that off. And a lot of people like to miter their corners. Helps them to stay together better. So I'm going to miter these just a little bit. To miter it, you're just going to come at the corner and just take a little piece off. And you're only going to do the ones that you're going to fold in. Okay, now I'm going to use some tear and tape. You can use Tombow liquid multi-glue. I don't recommend using the snail adhesive because this is the box and you want it to hold together. The snail has a tendency to come apart eventually. So I would either use the multi-purpose glue or the tear and tape. And I like the tear and tape. You don't need a lot. You're just going to run a small piece here on the back because this is going to fold into the box. I'm going to rip it off and use it that way. I find it easier for me. And then you're just going to put small pieces on these bottom hinges. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and use the snail adhesive because my box is going to fit together like this. So a little on this one too, I think. I think I'll put it on the inside of the other fold. So let's go ahead and put our paper on first. We're going to take one, and like I said, you can use either side that you like. I'm going to use the gingham side and just run some tape, snail adhesive, and line it up into the middle of the panel. Do the same with the other big panel. And now I'm going to use these for the sides. There's one here and one here. Okay, I had to stop for a minute. My computer was buzzing too loudly and it was driving me crazy. Now we're going to fold our box up. We have all the paper on the outside. I put some more tear and tape. This will be the top as we fold the box together. So first we're going to take these two flaps here and attach them to this part, the underside of this part. Fold this one and just line it up to the bottom of the box, and then we'll do the same on the other side. Probably should have took this tape off before I started folding it. Unfortunately, I didn't think of it. Okay, press that down. Now this will be on the outside. Now we're going to do this part here. If I can get under to leave the tape there. Today it does not want to work. This one here. Okay, and we're just going to lay that, like, we're going to line it up. Lined it up, and now we're going to take off the final pieces of tape, and I'm just going to use my fingers because your nail works better sometimes than the Picket tool. Can't seem to get the tape off today. And we're going to close the bottom of the box. And then we will use our bone folder to make sure it is adhered on the bottom. And there's your little box. It is completely done. Now we're going to make the front of the box, which is just a punch. And it is the everyday label punch. And it's just real simple. We're just going to punch it out of some white cardstock, which I have here. I think, nope, that's not white. 1 second. Okay. Have a piece of Whisper white cardstock. I'm just going to line it up and punch my label out. Now for the decoration on the label, we're going to use the flowers, and we're just going to kind of work them around in a circle and then punch out a small flower out of Grapefruit Grove for the center and stamp it with thank you. So let's just one, two, oh, geez Louise. Cheese and crackers. Let's try that again. This is why you should use a stamping mat. These. Just works better. All right, so let's get our Stampin' Pierce mat out and try this again. And there you go. And one more. I'm gonna just punch this out and then we'll be done. Okay, so we're gonna get our little balloon punch. First we're gonna stamp. This is gonna go on the front of our card. I'm in our box. And then we're gonna stamp with Memento Black ink. Thank you, which comes with the set. And then we're gonna punch a little flower from that. Thank you. And our bloom punch. Line it up. There we go. Hit the floor. We'll try that again. All right. And to attach it to the box, we're going to use a small mini stamping dimensional just to adhere it to the back and center it on our card, on our label. And then we're going to put some pearls on here using our pick tool. Take your pick. And we're going to put, oh, I don't know, 2 in the full colored ones. I'm just going to use the medium-sized pearls for it. Well, if I would use the right side, we'd be doing good. But I didn't. There we go. And that's our label. Now, to attach it to the, as you can see, I made a mistake. I just flipped it over and start over again. We're going to use 4 Stampin' Dimensionals. But first, we're going to center our ribbon in the center of the box so that we can put the dimensionals around it and adhere it to the front of the little box. And we're going to put about 4. You want to kind of keep them in the corners out of the center of the box. I think I might put 6 because these are so tiny. 3 on each side, leaving a big open space in the center for the ribbon to pass through. Okay, got the backs. Okay, and line that up again so that we can get it right in the center and put this around it in the center of the box. And that will kind of hold your ribbon in place so that you can tie it. And as you can see, you can adjust the ribbon. Okay, now we'll put the little box to the side and work on the cards, which are real super simple. They don't require a lot of work, a lot of stress. Once you have them scored, you're just simply going to layer the Grapefruit Grove. I almost called it Garden Grove. No, it's grapefruit, not garden. And you're just going to center that in the center and center your cardstock, which I think I'm going to use this side, and put them together with snail adhesive. Just a little snail. And that's get it kind of centered right where you want it. And there you go. And then you do the same with your paper, your DSP. And you're going to center that in the center of that. And then I put 2 little flowers on the front of it. And I made one out of, I made them out of the DSP and the Garden Grapefruit Grove. So I'm going to cut 2 of the Designer Series paper and 2 out of the, and then I kind of layered them together. So for the stems, I should take this apart and show you what the cards looked like, which I didn't do. Here they are. For the stems, I used just a small piece of scrap paper, and I even tied a little ribbon to make it look like a bunch of posies. So here we go. All right, I just took a thin little piece of garden green. I used my scissors to just cut a strip. It doesn't have to be straight. It doesn't have to be pretty. You just want a little strip of paper that you can make your little stems out of. Very simple. Okay, and I just used snail adhesive, ran it down the back, positioned them on my card. Now I'm going to use my small pop dots, stamping dimensionals. I love to call them pop dots, and I don't know why. I think if you go to the craft store, you can find something that is called pop dots, but these are not pop dots. Someday I will get over it. I'm going to adhere my flowers with my Stampin' Dimensionals. These are the minis. Two of them. Okay, and then on top of them, I'm going to use a stamping dimensional again to put another layer on it. And I'm going to turn these slightly so they don't line up quite right with the other one, so you can kind of see the 2 different colors popping through. Okay, and then again we want to do a couple of pearls in the center to make them look nice. I love my take your pick tool because it really does help to get them off of the off of the sheet and onto your project. And then we just need a little thank you. And for the thank you, we're going to use a very small circle punch. Okay, so we have now a piece of white cardstock that we are going to stamp thank you on, and then cut it out with a 3/4 inch circle punch. Right there. And a 3/4 circle punch. Fits right in the middle of that. There you go. And we'll put that on with a small Stampin' Dimensional also. And all that's left is to stamp the inside greeting and put your little bow on. Thank you. And the greeting on the inside is going to say, I'm always amazed but never surprised by your thoughtfulness. That's what it says. Now we have to make sure I don't have it upside down, which I do. And you can, I'm going to center it near the top. Gosh, I got that Stampin' Dimensional is just stuck on there. It doesn't want to come off. Just going to put the gridding over here near the top. And there you go, your greeting. And then I'm going to take my Grapefruit Grove and my little flower stamps, and I'm going to stamp a couple flowers on the inside. There you go. And you still have room to sign your name. Now all that's left is to tie the bow, and the bows are very difficult for me because I have like 14 thumbs. So I'm going to do the very best I can with doing this bow, as you can see, but you have to draw it in and tighten it and then draw it in some more till you get it to the size that you want it to be, which that looks pretty good to me. And then I am going to get a mini glue dot and use that to attach it to the front. So just take your little knot, press it down, get your, I don't think I got my glue dot off. Sometimes they come off, sometimes they don't. And then you put your bow where you want it. And take your little scissors and trim the edges. And you have one card. And you repeat that 3 more times to put in your envelopes. I'm going to do that and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I have all 3 of them done. I have my 3 envelopes here that fit these perfectly. You could definitely use your stamps to decorate the envelopes if that's what you wanted to do. Easy enough. I'm just going to simply put I like to fold the envelope backwards, the top of the envelope backwards, and slide my card inside so that the envelope and the card are together. Okay, that one was giving me a problem, didn't want to go in the envelope, but I got it in. So now we're going to fold this one back and do the same thing. Sometimes they get stuck as you're putting them inside, but they do fit in the envelope, so they should be able to go all the way in. And if they don't, it's because the envelope's being obstinate. So there we go. That one's in now. And one more. And that one slid right in. Okay, so now you have your 3. You could probably fit maybe 4, possibly 5. I don't think maybe 5. I only did 3. You're going to take your ribbon and kind of even it up so that you've got the same amount on both sides, and you're going to tie your bow. Straighten out your ribbon there. And then you're going to make your bow. Like I said, I have 47 thumbs when it comes to bows. Always have. But I can get it done if I take my time. You can too. So there's your bow. and you just want to fix your ends, you can either go straight across or you can cut them in a little banner cut. I'm going straight across. So here's the one we made just now. Here's the one I made earlier. And I thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I will see you again next Monday when we will be making a card photo holder that you can use for Valentine's Day or